What's up, guys? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and I want to show you something. This video is right here is going to accompany a commentary based off Call of Duty gameplay, but I wanted to start out with this. I do not like GameStop. The reason I do not like GameStop is because they're very shady company. Very shady. So I'm going to go ahead and show you basically an idea of what I'm talking about. If you look at this tweet right here, this was about 2 or 3 days ago, and I said I bought the new Twisted Metal game, and I'm hoping to play it with my brother. Keep in mind, in that bag is my new Twisted Metal game. I have not taken it out of the bag since I bought the game. Alright? My brother hasn't come over yet to play Twisted Metal with me. So I pretty much bought the game, brought it home, sat it on the table. It's been there ever since. I want to show you something that GameStop does, and it should be frowned upon. Alright? Just to prove it, you can see right there is everything that came with it. I got a GameStop pamphlet, power up rewards, because they always try to sell me that shitty ass card. Let's see if we can find the date here. The date's, there's the date, 8/4. So it's 8/6 during this video. So it's a couple days ago. Oh, sorry. Something else I want to show you on here. I want to show you what I paid for this copy of the game. I paid $59.99. $64.79 after taxes. Okay? Twisted Metal. New game, right? Can you tell me what's missing on this brand new game? I'll tell you. The cellophane wrap. This right here was a display model. This is the only copy they had left that was brand new. So they took it off the shelf and they gave me the box off the shelf. Instead of discounting this game $5, they gave it to me at full price, which has already been opened from the factory. Let me ask you something. If you buy a candy bar that has the package open, do you expect to pay full price? No, that's a bad example. Let me do another one. If you get a can of beans that has a huge dent in the side of it, do you expect to pay full price for that can of beans? No. I mean, let's say there was a brand new fork in McDonald's. Well, I mean Walmart, I'm sorry. There's a brand new fork in Walmart, but somebody used it to spread some peanut butter on a sandwich and put it back. Do you expect to pay full price for that? This right here is one of the shady practices I will be talking about. So let's go into the video. So let's talk about a couple other things that GameStop does wrong. Alright. Obviously there's the big one. The trade-ins. I have no problem with a company making some money off trade-ins. I don't. I mean, pawn shops and shows like Pawn Stars pretty much live off buying low and selling high. That's one of the golden rules of bartering throughout most of history. But there's a right way to do it and a wrong way to do it. There was an episode of Pawn Stars where Rick was offered to be able to buy a spider brooch, a Fabergé spider brooch for $100. That brooch, that brooch was worth something like $25,000, and he turned it down. He ended up giving that woman more money for her item. You know why? Because it was the right thing to do. Because she was misinformed and she didn't really have an idea of what the item was worth. He could have gotten that item for a fraction of what it would actually sell for. Some people look at this and be like, well, you should be smart and you should learn what you're doing. Well, yeah, you could do that and you could find other routes, but there should be rules on how well you can rip somebody off. Because if you look at that as standard practice, gas companies would be raising our gas prices up to like $10 a gallon because they know we have to pay it because we're so dependent on vehicles. There has to be fair trade rules. Alright? And I feel like the trade-ins at GameStop break the fair trade rules. Let's give you a couple examples. One, let's use the game Brink for example. Brink, if you trade it in at GameStop right now, will net you anywhere from 17 to 35 cents. Period. That's how much it'll net you. They will sell that game for $7 and some change. That is a 700% markup. That's probably the biggest one in the store. Alright, let's go for another example. Let's say Black Ops 2 comes out. Let's say you buy Black Ops 2 and it's a pile of dog shit. You paid $65 for it. And then you turn around and you trade it in. They're going to give you $30, $35 for it. And they're going to put it back on the shelf at a probably $56 or $57 price tag. $3 or $4 less than retail. And that goes back to the game I pointed out in the very beginning of this video of how they sold me a gutted game as brand new. Another thing they do is actually on the employee side. If you're an employee of GameStop, I know this because some of my friends have been employees of GameStops, you get what you call a Comdata debit card. These debit cards charge you anywhere up to $6 to pull your own money out of your account because you have to use ATM machines. And they charge you 25 cents per transaction. So if you buy a stick of gum for 99 cents, it's going to cost you $1.25 if you're a GameStop employee because they're too cheap to give you paychecks. Another thing that GameStop does is they constantly switch their new releases and basically pre-owned game shelves to basically fool you into buying a used game because new games have about an $8 profit margin. If you buy a game from the distributor, they're going to sell you that game at 47 or 48 bucks, and whatever you can sell it for above that is what you'll make off the game itself, which is generally 8 bucks. But how bad they're ripping people off for pre-orders? Well, they're making $7 on Brink. They're making $30 on Black Ops 2. You do the math. Buy your games from somewhere else besides GameStop. And no other media in the world needs pre-orders. Period.